Today, we are going inside the combinations that are quietly wrecking your results. And not in a scary way. In a girl, let me put you on kind of way. Because once you know this, your skincare will actually start working the way you paid for it to. Stay with me because number 4 on this list, that one is going to completely change how you think about your nightly routine. Welcome back to Glow Up Secrets, the place where we get into everything your esthetician knows but doesn't always have time to explain. If you're new here, hi, I'm so glad you found us. We talk about real skincare, not the filtered, picture-perfect kind. The kind that actually works in real life on real skin. Subscribe to this channel for more skincare education. Now, before we get into today's video, I want you to take a quick mental picture of your current routine. Whatever you are using right now, keep it in your mind. Because by the end of this video, there is a very real chance you are going to rearrange the order you use them or pull one or two things out entirely. And your skin is going to thank you for it. Let's get into it. Number 1. Retinol and Vitamin C, the overachiever clash. Let's start with probably the most popular power couple in skincare right now. Retinol and Vitamin C. Both of them are celebrated. Both of them are everywhere. Both of them are in nearly every best of skincare list you will ever find. And they are genuinely incredible ingredients on their own. So, of course, the natural conclusion is that using both of them together must be twice as incredible, right? Not even close. Here is what is actually happening when you layer these two in the same routine. Retinol needs a slightly alkaline environment to do its job properly. Vitamin C, specifically the form called L-ascorbic acid, which is the most potent and widely used version, is highly acidic. When you put an acidic ingredient on top of a product that needs a neutral to slightly alkaline environment, you are essentially pulling the rug out from under it. The retinol cannot convert properly into its active form in your skin, and the vitamin C becomes unstable and begins to oxidize faster than it should. What does that mean for you? It means you are getting a fraction of the results you should be getting from both of them. You are paying full price for ingredients that are canceling each other out right there on your cheek. And there is more. Both retinol and vitamin C are potent. Both of them increase skin cell turnover. Both of them can cause sensitivity. When you mix two ingredients that are both pushing your skin hard at the same time, you are not doubling the glow. You are doubling the chance of irritation, redness, peeling, and a damaged moisture barrier. The fix is so simple it almost feels too easy. Use your vitamin C in the morning. That is where it shines anyway because it protects your skin from the environmental damage you are about to walk out into. Vitamin C is one of the best shields you have against UV rays, pollution, and free radicals during the day. Then at night, after you cleanse and tone, that is when your retinol steps in. Your skin does the bulk of its repairing while you sleep, and retinol works beautifully in that window. Morning belongs to vitamin C, night belongs to retinol. They never have to fight. Everyone is happy. Especially your face. Number 2. Retinol and exfoliating acids. When too much love becomes damage. Alright, we're keeping the retinol conversation going because this ingredient shows up in so many problem combinations it deserves its own category in this video. If vitamin C and retinol together is a clash, retinol and exfoliating acids together is practically a war zone for your skin. Exfoliating acids, which include AHAs like glycolic acid and lactic acid, and BHAs like salicylic acid, are chemical exfoliants. They work by dissolving the bonds between dead skin cells and encouraging them to shed so that fresh, glowing skin underneath can come to the surface. On their own, they are incredible. They fight hyperpigmentation, unclog pores, smooth texture, and improve dullness. Basically everything you want. Retinol, as we just talked about, also increases skin cell turnover. It tells your skin to produce new cells faster and shed old ones more efficiently. So you have two ingredients, both aggressively pushing your skin to shed and regenerate, both increasing sensitivity as a side effect, being applied at the same time. The result is not better exfoliation. The result is overexfoliation. And overexfoliation is one of the fastest ways to completely destroy your skin barrier. When your skin barrier is damaged, you will know it. Your face will be red and feel tight even after you moisturize. It will sting when you apply products that never used to sting. You might get little dry patches that look like flaking, but do not go away with regular moisturizer. Your skin will feel reactive to practically everything, even water. And the irony? Overexfoliated skin tends to break out more, because a weakened barrier means bacteria and pollutants can get in more easily. So here's the rule. Retinol nights are retinol nights. Exfoliating acid nights are exfoliating acid nights. They do not share a calendar slot. If you are using retinol 3 nights a week, choose different nights for your acids. Some people even go by the rule of only using one or the other per week, not both in the same week, until their skin is very well adjusted to both. And if your skin is already sensitive, already dealing with eczema or rosacea or a compromised barrier, please ease into both of these slowly and one at a time. There is no prize for an aggressive routine. There is only the consolation prize of a 2-week recovery phase. Number 3. Benzoyl peroxide and retinol, the blemish fighters that cancel each other out. If you have oily or acne-prone skin, this one is especially for you. Benzoyl peroxide is a superhero for acne. It goes into the pore, kills the bacteria causing the breakout, and reduces inflammation. It is fast, it is effective, and it has been a staple in acne treatments for decades. Retinol, as we know by now, is the ingredient that works overnight to renew skin and reduce the look of pores, texture, and even acne over time. So surely these two working together would be the ultimate acne-fighting duo? They are literally both targeting the same problem. Here is where it gets interesting. Benzoyl peroxide is an oxidizing agent. Retinol, like vitamin C, is an antioxidant. Oxidizing agents and antioxidants have an almost chemical instinct to neutralize each other. When you put them together on your skin, they do not complement each other. They deactivate each other. You are essentially rendering both of them ineffective. Beyond the chemistry problem, both of these ingredients are drying. Benzoyl peroxide can be notoriously harsh on its own. Retinol's renewal process causes some initial dryness and sensitivity. Together, they can seriously dry out your skin, which then triggers your oil glands to overproduce oil to compensate, which can actually lead to more breakouts. The solution here is the same separation principle. If you are using benzoyl peroxide, use it in the morning routine after cleansing. Let it do its bacteria-fighting work during the day. Save your retinol for the evening. Keep them in completely separate routines, and your skin will respond to both of them far better than when you combine them. And a small tip, if your skin is very reactive, you might even want to give your skin a full 5 to 10 minutes between steps, so each layer is fully absorbed before the next one goes on. Number 4. 2 exfoliating acids at the same time. Double does not mean double the glow. Okay, this is the number 4 I teased you about at the start of the video. Are you ready? A lot of people who are into skincare know that AHAs and BHAs work differently. AHAs like glycolic acid work on the surface of the skin. BHAs like salicylic acid go deeper into the pore. So the logic is, why not use both at the same time and cover all the layers of exfoliation at once? And honestly, the logic sounds smart. But here is the reality. There are some products on the market that combine low concentrations of both AHA and BHA in one formula. And in controlled, professionally formulated amounts, that can be fine. The issue is when you start layering your own AHA product on top of your own BHA product, or using a high-concentration AHA toner and then applying a BHA serum over it. The skin can only handle so much active exfoliation in one session. When you stack high percentages of both, you are removing too much of the skin's natural protective layer at once. And this goes back to what we talked about earlier, overexfoliation. Red, raw, irritated skin. A compromised barrier. Breakouts where you didn't have them before. But here is the sneaky part that catches so many people off guard. It doesn't always feel bad in the moment. In fact, right after you apply them, your skin might look temporarily bright and smooth because the surface cells are being lifted. But over a few days to a few weeks of doing this consistently, your skin starts to show the cumulative damage. That is when people say, I don't understand, my skincare routine is so intense and my skin is getting worse. More intense is not always better. Your skin is not a floor that needs to be aggressively scrubbed every single day. It is a living organ that needs respect, balance, and consistency. If you love both AHAs and BHAs, which honestly, you should because they are both incredible, alternate them on different nights. Monday is your AHA night. Wednesday is your BHA night. Friday is a rest night where you just cleanse, moisturize, and let your barrier breathe. This kind of rotation will give you far more visible, long-term results than stacking everything at once. Number 5. Niacinamide and vitamin C. The rumor, the reality, and what actually matters. Now, this one is fascinating because there is so much conflicting information online about it, and I want to clear this up once and for all. You have probably heard that you should never use niacinamide and vitamin C together. The original concern came from older research that suggested when these two ingredients come into contact, they can form a compound that causes flushing and temporary skin yellowing. Here is the updated truth. That reaction only happens at very high temperatures over a long period of time. The amount of either ingredient in standard skincare products, combined for the short time they sit on your skin, is not enough to create a significant problem for most people. So why is this still on the list? Because there is still a valid reason to use some caution. Niacinamide works best in a neutral pH environment. Vitamin C, specifically high-concentration L-ascorbic acid formulations, is highly acidic. When you layer a low pH vitamin C product and then immediately apply niacinamide, the pH difference can affect how well the niacinamide absorbs and functions. It won't cause a disaster, but it also won't give you the best results from either. The smart approach is to either let your vitamin C fully absorb before applying niacinamide, about 10 to 15 minutes, or look for vitamin C products formulated at a higher pH using derivatives like ascorbyl glucoside or sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which play far more nicely with other ingredients in your routine. Niacinamide is one of the most versatile, gentle, and effective ingredients in skincare. It reduces pore appearance, controls oil, fades dark spots, strengthens the barrier, and calms redness. It would be a shame to rob it of its full power just because of layering order. Give your products time between application. 10 minutes of patience in your routine can dramatically change your results. Number 6. Physical sunscreen and layered active serums. The coverage killer. This one is more about routine structure than chemistry, and it matters more than most people realize. Physical sunscreens, which contain zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, work by sitting on top of the skin and physically blocking UV rays. They do not absorb into the skin. They create a shield on the surface. This is actually one of the reasons they are great for sensitive skin. They start working immediately, and they don't rely on skin absorption. But here's the problem. When you apply a thick physical sunscreen and then try to layer a serum or active treatment on top of it, the serum has no pathway into the skin. The sunscreen is physically blocking it. All that serum is just sitting on top of the SPF layer, doing essentially nothing. This is why the golden rule of skincare is actives first, sunscreen last. Your routine should go cleanser, toner if you use one, any essence, your active serums, your moisturizer, and then sunscreen as the very final step in your morning routine. Sunscreen is the seal. Nothing goes on top of it except makeup. And please, 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 do not rely on the SPF in your moisturizer as your only sun protection. Moisturizer with SPF is typically applied in an amount too small to give you the full SPF protection on the label. You need a dedicated sunscreen as a separate step to actually get the protection that number promises you. Number 7. Multiple retinol products. When your loyalty to an ingredient backfires. Okay, so this one is a little bit of a behavior thing, and I say this with love because I have been here too. You find retinol. You love retinol. You want more retinol. So you add a retinol serum, a retinol moisturizer, and a retinol eye cream to your routine all at the same time. That is too much retinol. I promise you that is too much retinol. Retinol is a dose-dependent ingredient. More does not mean better. The right amount of retinol causes controlled skin renewal. Too much retinol causes what the skincare community calls a retinol purge, but what is actually just barrier damage with extra steps. Stacking multiple retinol products in one routine is how you end up with full face peeling, raw-feeling skin, extreme sensitivity to any touch, redness that doesn't fade, and a skin barrier that needs weeks of recovery. If you are serious about retinol, start with one product. A single serum at a low percentage, around 0.25 to 0.3%, is perfect for beginners. Use it 2 to 3 nights a week. Give your skin 6 to 8 weeks to adjust before you even think about increasing the frequency or percentage. And if your skin tolerates it beautifully after that, then and only then can you consider whether a second retinol product actually makes sense for your routine. Spoiler, it usually doesn't. One good retinol product, used consistently, is more effective than 3 retinol products used at the same time and abandoned in 2 weeks because your skin fell apart. Number 8. Essential oils and active acids. The natural does not mean gentle trap. This is the combination that catches so many women who lean toward natural skincare. The belief is, if it comes from nature, it must be gentle. And essential oils, which are literally extracted from plants and flowers, feel like the most natural choice you can make. But essential oils are concentrated, intensely concentrated, and many of them, like lemon oil, bergamot oil, cinnamon oil, and even lavender in some formulations, are highly reactive when they come into contact with strong active acids like glycolic acid, salicylic acid, or retinol. When you mix a DIY treatment or a product containing essential oils with your AHA toner or retinol serum, you can trigger serious irritation. Some essential oils are also photosensitizing, meaning they make your skin more sensitive to UV rays, which is already a concern when you are using chemical exfoliants. This does not mean you have to give up everything botanical. It means you need to respect the fact that natural is not a synonym for safe to combine with everything. A lot of the most potent things in the world are completely natural and still require respect and caution. When building your routine, keep your essential oil-based products separate from your high-activity acid nights. And always do a patch test before introducing any new combination. So let's bring this all together, because I know we covered a lot of ground and I want you to leave here with a clear picture. The core message of everything we talked about today is this: more is not more in skincare. Layering powerful ingredients without understanding how they interact is one of the most common reasons a solid routine stops delivering results. You deserve results. Your skin deserves a routine that is working for it, not against it. Here is your simple separation rule to carry with you. Morning is for protecting your vitamin C, your niacinamide, your moisturizer, your SPF. These create your armor for the day. Night is for repairing your retinol or your exfoliating acid, one at a time, never both, followed by a rich moisturizer to support your barrier through the renewal process. And on the nights when you are not using any actives, that is your skin's rest night. Cleanser, gentle moisturizer, maybe a nourishing facial oil. Let it breathe. Let it reset. Those quiet nights matter just as much as the active ones. Your skin is incredibly smart. It wants to heal. It wants to glow. It just needs you to stop giving it conflicting instructions. Now I want to hear from you. Drop in the comments. Which one of these combinations have you been using without realizing the issue? No judgment at all. I promise you, most of the people watching this right now have done at least 2 of these. This is a safe space. If this video helped you understand your routine better, please hit that like button because it genuinely helps this video reach more women who need this information. And if you are new here and you want to level up your skin knowledge in a way that is actually practical and not overwhelming, subscribe to Glow Up Secrets. We keep it real, we keep it informative, and we always show up for your skin. Next time, we are getting into the skincare steps most women skip that are actually the reason their routine is not working. You do not want to miss that one. Subscribe to this channel for more of this. Until then, protect your skin, respect your barrier, and remember, your glow up is already in progress. I will see you in the next one.